Hello everyone, thank you for joining us from the beautiful Blue Mountain Resort here for the December edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine. I'm Brianna Strunk.
Hey, Brianna, you ready to go skiing or what, huh?
Whoa, Jim, it's not even snowing.
I know it's green grass right now, but when it gets cold enough, these ski mountains in the Pocono Mountains can blow snow and make it as long as it's cold enough so that you can get out on the slopes December and January and for the entire season. And
it's the perfect opportunity to learn to ski or snowboard. I tried it last year. Remember that, Jim? And then, whoa!
Slide forward a little bit. There we go.
Oh, I felt the burn.
Oh yeah, Brianna, nice work there on your first time out on the slopes, but I think you're ready to get back out there, aren't you?
Hey, it was definitely memorable. Anybody, no matter what your age or ability, definitely recommend coming out this winter, learning to ski or snowboard, and of course, there's always snow tubing.
Absolutely. Head to Poconoski.com to find out all that you need to know about hitting the slopes this season, and for now, though, we want to show you what's been making headlines in the Poconos.
Fox 56 stopped up to Blue Mountain to preview its opening day on December 3rd, learning how the ski resort finds ways to make snow when even the weather doesn't necessarily cooperate.
Blue Mountain has been making snow for the last week, and leading the charge is mountain manager Robert Taylor. He's been here 30 years. Now,
stay tuned for more on Blue Mountain's upcoming season in just a bit.
We stopped at two hot spots on the trail, Blue Ridge Winery and Barley Creek Brewery and Distillery.
WTAJ-TV and Studio 814 recently got a taste of the Pocono Beverage Trail, a craft beverage lover's dream. The trail features 20 scenic wineries, breweries, and distilleries across the four-county region. Hire transportation or hit the trail on your own. Head to PoconoBeverageTrail.com for more.
And the Times News featured the recent winner of a statewide Employee of the Year award, going to Nikki Lang at the Inn at Jim Thorpe. Lang is group sales coordinator and worked her way up from housekeeper, and still helps out on the front lines from time to time when the need arises. Congrats to Nikki, making us all Pocono proud.
We have 30 million people visiting the Poconos every year, and not only does it have to be pristine and clean for them, but also for our friends and neighbors.
Chris Barrett, president and CEO of the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau, was featured in this story by WBRE-TV about Pennsylvania's first ever litter action plan. In the past 3 years, the PMVB's Pick Up the Poconos campaign has resulted in more than 18,500 bags of litter being picked up and properly disposed of. Ski resorts across the Poconos are ready to welcome skiers, snowboarders, and snow tubers for another season of snowy fun. So let's head to the resorts to find out what's new on and around the slopes this winter. While some look forward to decorating the tree, others are eager to ski.
The retailers are saying they're selling more skis and boards even than last year. So it just shows that people have been getting outside in the summer and they're thinking about how they can get outside and keep that pattern throughout the winter. And I think we're gonna have an awesome season.
The Pocono Mountains is a premier winter destination, and all 6 of our ski resorts have a flurry of new features. Blue Mountain Resort now has the country's largest snow tubing park with 46 lanes and a 3rd surface lift to effortlessly whisk you up the mountain again and again.
Whole lot of downhill capacity, so you can get a whole lot of runs in your experience and just really have a good time with the family and not be waiting in line too much.
And Blue Mountain's newest Black Diamond Trail now has LED lighting and fully automated snowmaking capabilities.
So we'll be able to get snow on that even if the temperatures are marginal, so exciting stuff.
Also exciting, 3 new food trucks, expanded QR codes for quicker food service, and revamped outdoor dining areas with string lights and fireplaces.
People really enjoyed the outdoor dining experience. You know, I got comments like, wow, it's like being at a carnival. You know, the kids loved it.
Enhancing the outdoor dining experience is just one of the measures Pocono ski resorts put in place last season and are keeping due to popular demand.
So something we learned last year in the pandemic is that people actually enjoyed being outside a lot more than they thought.
That's why Shawnee Mountain is bringing back food trucks and offering more grab-and-go food options. Plus, all tickets, rentals, and lessons can now be purchased online, allowing guests to skip long lines and crowds.
It's a super simple procedure. You go online, you can sign everybody up at once for what they want to do for the day, and you come in and you're ready to go.
Shawnee is also stocked with brand new rental equipment, from skis and snowboards to boots and bindings. And regardless of what Mother Nature brings, the conditions here will be just right, thanks to additional fan guns and automated snowmaking hydrants. Plus, there's a new grooming machine and surface lift at the snow tubing park.
We can't wait to see so many new faces and also so many familiar faces that we've seen in the past.
Over at Camelback Resort, guests can plan their daily itinerary and get important updates through this new app.
Your kids, your tweens, your cousins, aunts can all go on it, see all the different activities, events happening at the resort.
Plus, new technology allows guests to load their pass online and head straight to the slopes.
You can go right from the parking lot to the ski lift. And then through the app, you'll be able to track your usage and all sorts of other great stuff that will come along.
Camelback Resort has upgraded its snowmaking system, added 2 new grooming machines, and simplified the process for boot fittings.
Right behind me, we're renovating and building our very own boot bridge here in the rental shop. The benefits of the boot bridge are it's going to enhance and expedite that rental process.
When we're going down the hill, if you want to stop, we're going to make a giant wedge.
If you've never hit the slopes before or need to brush up on your skills, consider booking a learn to ski or snowboard lesson, like I did last winter. The Poconos offer award-winning lessons, which are extremely popular as people continue favoring outdoor activities.
People learn here and then ski all over the world.
New this winter at both Blue Mountain and Camelback, family and friends beginner lessons keep a group together, regardless of whether members want to ski or snowboard.
Whether you're 4 years old or 80 years old, we have a product for you, and we've got a great team of instructors that can make you feel safe and have fun while you're out there learning to ski and or ride.
There you have it from 3 of the Poconos' 6 ski resorts. And next month, we'll show you what's new at Jack Frost Big Boulder and Ski Big Bear at Mast Hope Mountain. Stick with us, there's still so much more to come on this edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Still to come on Pocono Mountains Magazine, we will head out to the newest nature reserve in the Pocono Mountains. Acres upon acres of preserved land for you to explore.
Plus, a little magic this holiday season. A resort in the Poconos has revamped its live-action adventure game. We'll introduce you to the new Magi Quest.
You know, our guests really love our beverages.
They like to taste the freshness. You know, what's in there?
Like the clean, clear, beautiful waters of the Pocono Mountains.
We aren't afraid to try new things.
And take chances with our ales and spirits.
The best of the Pocono Mountains in a glass. Try us.
And find us at PoconoBeverageTrail.com.
Hi again, it's Jim Hamill, and while the weather outside is getting a bit more frosty this time of year, it's nice to have the warm fires burning inside, like here at the Settlers Inn in Hawley. And so for anybody who wants to get outdoors in the colder months and get those inside fires burning, there's a lot of places to explore in the Pocono Mountains, including the Van Scott Nature Reserve. It's run by the Delaware Highlands Conservancy. It's not far from here. Let's go take a look.
This is our new home through a generous gift by Dr. Van Scott of a 144-acre historic farm in Wayne County.
Grant Genslinger led us on a hike at the Van Scott Nature Reserve, a short drive from Honesdale and Hawley in Beach Lake, and now the headquarters of the Delaware Highlands Conservancy. All 144 acres, complete with everything needed to help carry out the organization's mission.
We have meadows, we have forests, we have ponds, we have streams, it talks about the watershed. There's so much that we can do and introduce to our entire community and give them a little bit more in-depth that they can see here and explore and learn from the programs that we will be instituting shortly.
The Conservancy has been helping landowners protect their land since 1994, and only now has a home of its own that's protected. Once a dairy farm, now an expansive system of trails and views for miles.
You can see the foothills of the Catskills to one side, the tri-state marker in Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. So it's just a beautiful panorama, and the terrain really speaks to our name. It's the Delaware Highlands, that rolling hills in the upper Delaware River region.
We're open sunrise to sunset. The trails are open, and we invite people to just stop by and take a walk and enjoy this beautiful property. There's trail maps on our website. There's trail maps. You can pick them up at the kiosks at the trailheads. So we really encourage you to get out and enjoy this beautiful area.
More than 3 miles of walking trails, and in the winter, the starting point for the Conservancy's highly popular Eagle Watch bus tours. And Executive Director Diane Rosenkrantz has already seen visitors to the Poconos finding their way to the reserve to explore.
I got to meet a couple last week who had come in from one of our green lodging partners, Settlers Inn. They were staying there and they saw the rack card that was there about the reserve and said, instead of just staying inside, we wanted to come for a hike. We're part of the community. We're trying to help support them and bring other people here too. So all of our visitors, all of our community, anyone who wants to come here and explore with their family, their grandchildren, you need a day away, anything like that. It's such a fabulous place to come and walk, and it's really quite invigorating.
And soon there will be a host of programs for all ages to help foster the understanding of what it means to protect land just like this. Something the Van Scott family did when they gifted the property to the Delaware Highlands Conservancy. Forever.
We've always had a vision of having a central location, but when someone steps forward with a donation of this magnitude, it challenges you to grow into it and to expand the things that we are working on.
So when you find yourself looking for that next chance to explore the Pocono Mountains, find your way to Van Scott Nature Reserve. The staff of the Delaware Highlands Conservancy now calls the farmhouse their home and welcome you to visit. To learn more, go to delawarehighlands.org.
At Great Wolf Lodge in the Poconos, you can splash, stay, and play. Here, you'll also find
100 gold, as numerous as the stars.
A magical fantasy forest.
Be brave and true, Magi. Valara needs your help.
Every time 12-year-old Gianna Carucci visits the indoor water park resort, she plays Magi Quest, a live-action adventure game spread throughout the lodge.
I like how I get to run around the hotel looking for things and to stop a dragon. I think that's really cool. And I like how I could be part of a video game, it feels like.
Here's how it works. Guests enter the fantasy realm of Valara, meeting different characters, learning spells, and solving challenges along the way.
By the end, you've solved the mystery of the mysterious evil that's been corrupting Valara, and you become a Master Magi. And then we celebrate those players' achievements in a ceremony each day.
Magi.
Magi Quest has been a resort staple since 2006. The scavenger hunt-like game was recently revamped with an enhanced storyline, graphics, and music.
Incredibly exciting, and what I love about it and what we love about it is it's immersive. It's literally throughout the resort, so families come together, they spend time together, they bond together.
And you'll want to keep your personalized magic wand tucked away in a special place. Because Magi Quest takes several hours to complete, the wand holds powers, allowing guests to pick back up on their game later or during a future trip.
There is nothing else like this in the world. I mean, kids love video games, but how often do you get to play a video game in real life where you're making the magic happen with something that's actually in your hand? You can't do that at home. You can only do that at Great Wolf.
Over the years, Gianna has practically grown up here, her mom documenting each trip through photos.
She just always wants to be here to play Magi Quest, which is really true. That's her favorite thing, not even the water park, believe it or not. Kids love that. She wants to come just for Magi Quest.
200 gold. Don't spend it all in one place.
A true treasure here in the Poconos. For the Pocono Television Network, I'm Brianna Strunk. Still to come, from the saddle to the sleigh, we're heading to a place that you have to check out this winter.
Plus, find out what happens behind these red doors at the Cooperage. It's a nonprofit organization and it hosts a lot of different events throughout the year. We'll show you just some of them coming up.
Want to learn to ski? The Pocono Mountains is the place to be. With lessons for every age. You'll be skiing or snowboarding in no time.
Now you're doing it by yourself.
And learning is fun. And the views are beautiful. Choose from 6 amazing ski areas. Learn more at poconoski.com.
Before you hit the slopes at Ski Big Bear at Mast Hope Mountain to ski, snowboard, or tube, head to ski-bigbear.com to learn all you need to know about booking lessons and how to buy your tickets in advance.
For a fun night out, come to the mountains, the Pocono Mountains.
Pocono Mountains Nightlife. Find yours at PoconoMountains.com.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Jim Hamill here with Pocono Mountains Magazine at the Cooperage on Main Street in Honesdale. And this spot behind me may just look like a brick building from the outside, but inside, there's a lot going on all year long. Let's find out a little bit more about the nonprofit organization and all the fun stuff that happens at the Cooperage in Honesdale.
It was founded in the 1860s. It was built and it was a cooperage, so they made barrels for shipping alcohol, shipping glass. So when the owners purchased this building, the founders, dirt floor, no electricity, no running water, and it was a huge undertaking. So they put in state-of-the-art sound system. They designed the kitchen so that we can have cooking classes, we can have events here, so we rent the space out for folks who want to have a wedding or a baby shower. The goal was that the space was going to be the community's for whatever they needed it. We call it community hub, community incubator. We're a center for ideas, for what the community wants to see happen. We try to make it work here, so we kind of are an open door where we bring all different types of programming, and a lot of that programming is centered around what the community wants and the community needs.
Cooperage is not just an event space or host to after-school programs. We also are a space for other nonprofits. So this is our multi-purpose space. You can see the original beams here, very cool. Back here in the office, they're actually the ones that get everything done. Really got to give them all the credit. This is the dream team here. This is Miss Jenna Motter, and this is Amanda Masters. Amanda is our youth program manager, so we have a lot of really cool youth programs, everything from Bright Kids Yoga to Romping Radishes, Pop-Up Club, which is our after-school program for middle schoolers. Jenna here is our ag and food program manager, so we do farmers markets and artisan markets and really working with the community and the county on long-term agriculture solutions and ideas.
When the pandemic hit and everything shut down, schools were closing, we worked immediately with the school district, Wayne Highlands, to be a site for grab-and-go meals for kids, since we know that kids need to still be getting their lunches and their breakfasts. And we saw immediately, as people were being laid off left and right, no immediate assistance with unemployment, that people needed food. So every day your working families needed food. We're so divided with things that make us different, but this is a space that we really try to bring people together, and we have more things in common than we don't. So that's, I think, the most important thing that the Cooperage started out as, and that really was a catalyst for change in the community. I think that it bridged a lot of gaps, and it's a safe space. It's a space for anybody.
Hi, this is Christina Luna. I'm at Happy Trails Stables, and I'm going to get the full horse riding experience. I'm going first, let me give it some treats, and then I'm going to wear my cowgirl outfit. Whoops. I came to Happy Trails after watching a TV series about a family who owns a horse ranch, and I wanted to experience for myself what it feels like to be on a horse. Going for a ride, Happy Trails is one of the few stables that offers that.
Oh, we offer trail rides to the general public. Other stables, they do lesson programs, and we offer trail rides at any experience level. You don't have to be experienced. You could be just starting off your first time riding, and you could hop on any of our horses and go on the trail. You go up and over like you're riding a bike.
Eliza is going to teach me what we need to know if you're a newbie like me. First, you need to learn how to prepare for horse riding.
So to get dressed for a first-time ride, you would always want to wear closed-toed shoes. We do require that. We don't require long pants, but long pants are comfortable. To ride a horse for the first time, you don't need to know anything. You come here and we give you all of your instructions. We tell you how to steer and stop your horse and what to do out on the trail. From day one, you just get right on the horse, and we would get you all set up in the saddle the way that you should feel comfortable, and you would follow the trail guide out.
First, I learned there are different kinds of saddles. They never said that in the TV series.
There's English saddles and Western saddles. There's Australian saddles. We do use Western saddles here for our trail rides.
I also wanted to find more about horses. They seem a lot bigger when you get next to them. Do they have personalities like pets?
Horses sometimes are stereotyped as being so big and scary. They're no different than a dog or a cat, any sort of house pet. They are very friendly, and every horse has their own personality.
Not exactly like my cat, but the horses at the Happy Trails all seem friendly.
They stomp their legs. Sometimes a lot of people get a little bit worried about that. When they're stomping their legs, they're just trying to get the flies off that are on their legs, tickling them. Sometimes the noises that the horses make, they're talking to each other. Sometimes they could be sneezing, or sometimes they're just complaining.
And there are do's and don'ts.
They like to be pet anywhere, just like a dog and a cat, but they all do have their certain spot where they like to be scratched. You should never stand behind them.
And beyond anything else,
Love them.
you will get a different experience in every season you go to Happy Trails.
In the fall season, you always hear the leaves crunching underneath the horse's feet. You get the beautiful views with all the trees and the leaf change. In the winter, you get to walk through snowdrifts, hear the crunching of the snow. In the summertime and the springtime, you have all of the plants and stuff growing up, all the flowers on the ground. We allow any age here to go on the horseback riding. For kids 6 and under, we offer pony rides.
At Happy Trails, there are many more things to enjoy besides riding.
For birthday parties, if you wanted to rent out our pole barn for a birthday party, we offer the trail rides, of course. If you wanted to do the hay ride after you ate or after the trail rides, we do the hay rides. The petting zoo is always available for anybody to go in and see our animals. And if you wanted to get it catered, we allow that as well.
And I found out why is it called Happy Trails.
So every time that people are here, they're always smiling.
This is Apache. If I can do it, you can do it. Get the full riding experience at Happy Trails. Christina Luna for Pocono Television Network.
Coming up, they're back. We'll show you the life-size snowmen that are once again drawing hundreds of families to the Poconos.
It is the timeless tune of the season.
Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
Yes, the Winter Wonderland, and it was written by somebody from right here in the Pocono Mountains. Find out how he and the song are being immortalized in his hometown. Coming up.
Before hitting the slopes at Blue Mountain Resort to ski, snowboard, or tube, head to skibluemt.com to learn all you need to know about booking lessons and how to buy tickets in advance.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Pocono Mountains Magazine. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Hamill, here at the East Stroudsburg University studio with some very special guests today. In the previous episodes of Pocono Mountains Magazine, we've been in the other studio, but now we wanted to have a little bit more of an intimate setting here and talk about this month, charitable giving for the holidays. I'm joined by Majors Martha and John Wheeler with the East Stroudsburg Salvation Army, and with Michael G. Stanton with Bold Gold Media. He does the Shower for Charity each and every year out in Honesdale in the frigid cold in December. Thank you all for joining me here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. I'd like to start with you folks. You know, it is November as we're taping, and just right now we're starting to see the Red Kettle, you know, the ringers going out in force, asking people to give what they can to the cause. And I wanted to know, just from the standpoint of the Salvation Army, what's the impact of the charitable giving that you see throughout each and every year this time of year?
Salvation Army Kettle started back in 1891, San Francisco. They were trying to feed about 25,000 people Christmas dinner. Since then, we've been doing kettles, but since then what we do has changed. It's not just about the food anymore.
Right.
It gets into sheltering and toys and all sorts of other things that we take care of. The need is great, so we keep putting the kettles out.
That's really important, and I know that it's the fact that there's so many different ways to give now. You used to be able to give, you know, cash and coin, but every little bit counts, right? Isn't that right?
That's right. And there's also virtual kettles and other ways to give, and not just bringing stuff into us as well, not just kettles. And I think what a lot of people don't know is that the kettle collections aren't just to cover Christmas.
Sure.
It kind of brings us through the rest of the year as well to supply the needs of the people in our community.
And it's got to be exciting. You have a lot of programs coming up that you're about to embark on, right?
Yes, not just Christmas dinner, but we've got Thanksgiving boxes that are ready to go for 300 families on Monday. And then we go full force into preparing for up to 650 families for Christmas with toys and food. And that will be on December 21st. So it's a full month of prep and packing and collecting.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
in addition to that, we do have the shelter. We have a soup kitchen, and we still have our ongoing social services. And yeah, it's Christmas, so we have parties, and one of the most special is the community Christmas party for children on December 1st. So that's an exciting time.
Just to see everybody's faces light up, you know, when they receive gifts this time of year, it's amazing. And Michael, to see what you do, you go out each and every year for 20 years now. You've been showering outside in the frigid cold for the Shower for Charity in Honesdale. Tell me what that's all about.
It's not pretty, first of all.
No.
I stand outside literally in a claw tub in boxer shorts on Main Street. This year it'll be December the 11th. It is or was on December 11th.
Right.
And I will stay in there until we raise $20,000, or until, as I say, you know, my lips turn blue and they tell me you got to get out. But you know, I've turned different colors in the past. But it's one of those things where honestly, it's the people, it's the businesses that contribute. I'm that silly looking dude that gets older and pastier and wider. But it's the businesses. It's, you know, Coterra Energy this year again, they were Cabot, and they're donating $5,000 again. You know, we always have like Wayne County Ford and all those folks that donate every year, and people come by, and I guess much like the Salvation Army, every little bit count, whether it's a quarter, whether it's a dime, whether it's, you know, just some pocket change, it literally all adds up. And yeah, so this will be my 20th year on Main Street. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is a sight to behold.
Oh, it's
really
something.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People come from far and wide to see Michael.
They really do. Which
Yeah.
is, they go, oh my. Yeah, yeah, that's good.
So tell me then also with the Red Kettles, they're out there. That's a significant amount of volunteers that go out there into the community, and that's what we need to, I think, you would agree, kind of incentivize or inspire people to do, is to give back in any way, shape, or form that they can throughout, not just this time of year, but all year round.
Right. The kettles are out, they're scheduled 8 hours a day from yesterday through Christmas Eve. That's a lot of hours covering lots of stores. We need lots of volunteers to keep that going. So they can call us to volunteer to cover one of the kettles. Even if all they have is a couple hours, that's helpful to keep that covered. All sorts of other opportunities to give to the Salvation Army online. If you don't have cash, there's a QR code on the sign. Just put your phone up and you can donate through your phone. Lots of ways to give.
I never realized that. I always have a debit card, and maybe I've got some quarters in my pocket, but being able to do that, I think, is awesome.
A lot of people don't carry cash anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And this time of year too, the need is ever greater, right? I mean, we're talking about 2 years in now almost with the pandemic and the economic crisis. So the need is greater than ever. I know we hear that a lot of the times, but you probably see that in the community where people are still struggling to kind of make ends meet.
Right.
We're still trying to get back to normal, and we're blessed with so many volunteers, not just on the kettles, but in the warehouse, in the pantry, packing these boxes and being there with our drive-through, you know, with 200 cars coming through to receive turkeys and a box of food and gifts. It's an amazing community, and we're so grateful.
We certainly are. All right, so Michael, you have been out there in some really frigid temperatures. Describe to me like what that's like to be outdoors in the freezing cold for hours on end.
It's not fun, I will say. And you know, my parents every year come out, and my dad's 82, my mom is in her, I should know, maybe she's 78, and they come out every year. My family comes out, and you know, the folks at the radio station, and thank them. You know, Emily Grillo, who's now the GM up there in the Pocono Lake Region office. All those folks come out and they help. There have been some times literally when it was a wind chill of 0. And there's been times when it's been in the teens when I go out, and I will stay there until we raise $20,000. And I've never gotten out when we didn't have the money. Literally ice on my hair, on the hair of my arms, my legs. And the only way I can kind of explain it is I'm going to leave there and get in warm clothes and go to a warm house. There are folks, kids that they don't have a warm coat, or they don't have a house that's warm. Maybe they have a house, but they can't afford the heat bill or whatever. So, okay, so I'm cold for a little while. Like, whoop-de-doo. At the time, I'm not saying whoop-de-doo. I'm saying, please, somebody donate $1,000 and it'll be fine. But yeah. So it's interesting, it's fun, and it's for a great cause, like you folks do. Yeah.
And just think, like, you're out there singing, people are driving by, like, wide-eyed, like, what is happening here?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and you could read lips.
Oh yeah.
So when they're driving by, and I love, like, when you see a little kid, right? They're driving by and then they realize I'm over here, and they put their hand on the window and they all the way by. They're looking, and and the parents are in the car, and again they're definitely saying something out loud, and you're reading their lips, and I won't even do it, but yeah. It's definitely entertaining.
So maybe you guys could take a little something from here and put it into the Red Kettle program, right?
That's right.
We actually had one of our kettle collectors several years ago in another community that stayed out there on one kettle for 42 hours straight.
No way.
How do you stay awake?
Yeah.
Exactly. And one of the fun parts was he didn't check with the store first. The store planned to close overnight. So he had to pick up his stand and walk to another store with it to keep going overnight, and then in the morning pick it all up and walk back to where he started to finish his shift.
Jeez, that's dedication.
That is dedication.
Yeah.
But when you know the need, you do what you can to raise the money.
And
you stand in that shower.
Yeah, and it's one of I think when people donate, as we before we started, I think when you donate or when you do something nice, you do feel good.
Definitely.
Right.
And if somebody doesn't feel good, maybe they should do something nice and get that warm and fuzzy feeling, because I think you definitely
it's those kind of things that get people's attention, and it kind of brings us to mind, to think when I do something for someone else, I feel good. Right. And maybe I forget about my own problems too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. That is what this season's all about in a lot of different ways, is giving of what you can to help neighbors in your community who are struggling.
Right.
There are ways that people can do that year-round, so we want to provide them with your website and how they can contact you folks at the Salvation Army in East Stroudsburg. It's salvationarmyeaststroudsburg.org.
Right.
And then you have a phone number as well you want to share?
570-421-3050.
421-3050,
right.
Area code 570. And you're located right there in East Stroudsburg, but you do service Monroe County, parts of Pike County, outer regions of the Poconos as well.
Most of the Poconos is ours.
And it's a year-round need. It really is. And Michael, for Bold Gold Media Group, I know that you guys have this shower for charity for the Wayne County Children's Christmas Bureau. How can people find out about this on December 11th, 10 a.m.?
So we will have it on our Facebook pages, on 95.3 DNH, on Classic Hits. We do some stuff on the River Facebook page as well. But you can call with a donation. Call Joanne at 570-253-1616, 253-1616, and Joanne can send you some information, get you details. Listen, I know this is going to air all during all during December, so it may be after the fact. But listen, we'll take money on the 12th, on the 30th in January. So it is a good thing.
It's never too much.
It's never too late. It's never too much, and it's never too little. Here's somebody has a dime or a quarter or $100, $1,000, $2,000.
Right, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just give of what you can.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell me then one last thought that you have then to leave people with during this season of giving.
What motivates me is just remembering the people in need. I call them the hidden generation. People who have deep needs that it seems like society doesn't even realize they exist. I remind myself of those people and just keep plugging through and get done what I need to do.
Major Wheeler?
I just would want to express thanks to all who give and to all who give of themselves, not just money. It's not just about money. It's about giving of ourselves, and God blesses us for our sacrifices in that way.
Indeed. And Michael, I mean, Hopefully it's warm weather, man, but you said even if it's cooler out there, maybe people will give more.
Wind is the enemy. Wind is not our friend. And I want to, again, I'm the guy that stands in the shower, whatever, but it's the businesses, it's the people, and I want to seriously thank everybody who helps, everybody who donates. People drive by from out of town and they're donating $10, $500, literally, like my son will come up and say, Dad, somebody just gave me 5 $100 bills. Like from out of town.
That's crazy.
Some are in town, some are out of town, but we have so many generous people in Wayne and Pike County. It's and beyond. But I mean, so thank you. It is awesome.
All right. So December 11th.
December 11th.
December 11th, 10 a.m. Hopefully not going into the night like that 42-hour.
We'll be praying.
Yeah, no. Listen, listen. There is a limit. We'll cut that baby short. Yeah.
But thanks to each of you for what you do and all of your team members getting out there in the community and making the Poconos a much better place to live and to coexist with people who are finding themselves in greater need this time of year. So thank you for doing all that.
And thank you for making people aware of that.
Yeah, we'll spread the word anytime we can. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us here on Pocono Mountains Magazine. We're going to put some information there on your screen so that you can contact these folks and reach out and give what you can to help the folks in our communities who need it most this time of year. We hope everybody has a very happy and safe holiday, and we're going to come right back to Pocono Mountains Magazine after this break.
Extraordinary care, outstanding patient experience, accessible services. When you choose St. Luke's Monroe campus, you choose compassionate care delivered by our highly trained staff of healthcare professionals, all powered by the strength of St. Luke's University Health Network.
Happy holidays.
From all of us at the Pocono Television Network.
Before you hit the slopes at Jack Frost Big Boulder to ski, snowboard, or tube, head to jfbb.com to learn all you need to know about booking lessons and how to buy your tickets in advance.
Welcome back. Last month on Pocono Mountains Magazine, we showed you around some of our favorite small businesses in downtown Stroudsburg. Now, we're in Stroudsburg again, this time showing you a popular seasonal activity that is back and bigger than ever before. Typically, to build a snowman,
I would definitely need cold weather because if not, he is melting everywhere.
Definitely the snow that's a little bit wet.
3 snowballs, 1 big, 1 medium, 1 small.
Carrot, some stones and some sticks to make the arms, and then a scarf and a hat.
But with the Snowmen of Stroudsburg, expect the unexpected. 39 life-size sculptures are spread throughout the downtown district, and these guys and gals won't melt, no matter what the weather brings.
I think it's a great idea. It's nice the kids come in town, brings the families into town.
Each snowman is thoughtfully hand-painted and designed by a local artist. In addition to 29 snowmen from previous years, 10 new ones have made their debut.
It's amazing to have the snowmen back because it brings a lot of people that are especially tourists to the area to explore new zones that we have in different stores that are family owned and operated.
A nonprofit called Go Collaborative brought this popular project to life 4 years ago to connect businesses and artists for the community's benefit. It's snowballed ever since.
So it's just growing and growing and growing. So we're really happy about that.
For families like the Sipples, going on a snowman scavenger hunt has become tradition. They take selfies to claim fun prizes like posters and t-shirts and vote for their favorite snowman to help the winning artists receive cash prizes.
I like going out, walking around, and finding the snowman.
He's right, it's a blast. And the snowmen will relocate several times through February 26th.
We move them every single month for the 3 months that they're out. So please come down and enjoy the Snowmen of Stroudsburg.
End the adventure by spending some time in downtown Stroudsburg amid this magical light display along Main Street, inspired by Netflix.
It's good for everybody to do, young and old.
Wow, so much fun. Make sure to come check out the Snowmen of Stroudsburg for yourself anytime now through February 26th. And if you're looking for things to do while in the area, come visit us here at the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau, where we also have 2 snowmen. For the Pocono Television Network, I'm Brianna Strunk.
Still to come on Pocono Mountains Magazine, find out what this home behind me in Honesdale has to do with that famous song for the season, Winter Wonderland. You won't want to miss this.
Your health has never been more important. That's why Lehigh Valley Health Network is making it easier than ever to take control with MyLVHN, your digital health partner. MyLVHN allows you to schedule appointments right from the palm of your hand, message your doctor questions, and even see an LVHN provider from the comfort of your home through video visits. With MyLVHN, you have on-demand access to your health anytime, anywhere. To learn more or to sign up, visit lvhn.org/mylvhn.
Before hitting the slopes at Camelback Resort to ski, snowboard, or tube, head to camelbackresort.com to learn all you need to know about booking lessons and how to buy tickets in advance.
Want to learn to ski? The Pocono Mountains is the place to be, with lessons for every age. Choose from 6 amazing ski areas. Learn more at poconoski.com.
Hey again, it's Jim Hamill, and finally on Pocono Mountains Magazine, we have a story that is befitting of this season. Right here at this home on Church Street in Honesdale is where Dick Smith grew up in the early 1900s. Dick Smith, who wrote the lyrics to Winter Wonderland. Yes, that Winter Wonderland. And so this home is now immortalized for having to play a role in that song that we all hum around this time of year. And this was the inspiration right here in Honesdale. This was the view Dick Smith had as a child whenever it snowed. A pristine park across from his home on Church Street in Honesdale. The inspiration someday for Smith's greatest and most lasting work as a songwriter.
He was very musical growing up. He was a 1918 graduate of Honesdale High School and very popular among the kids.
Peter Becker wrote the book on Dick Smith and that timeless tune, Winter Wonderland. Becker's family was close with the Smith family, having lived on the same block. And today, the Smith home is a law office, still very much what it was like a century ago.
When you have a building like this, where you actually have pictures of him sitting right here, looking out into the park, you can almost imagine, going back in time, listening to him fiddle around, coming up with those words, the inspiration. It's really exciting and something special.
Smith did find something special, that's for sure. Winter Wonderland would be known the world over. At first, Becker says it sold 250,000 copies in the first 4 months. In between bouts of tuberculosis, Dick Smith worked with Felix Bernard, who set the words to music. And it was a hit, but soon after, Smith fell ill again.
He didn't see the real rise to the song. It was soon, or hundreds of people over the next several years started different, like Perry Como and many other famous people were putting the song, doing renditions of the song.
Dick Smith passed in 1935, but now those immortal words live on, especially here in his hometown that inspired the lyrics.
Being a boy in Honesdale, I remember in the winter the snow falling in the Central Park and how beautiful it was at night. And part of the tradition of how he came to write the song, just part of it with the inspiration, according to Marge, was the fact that he remembered the joys of living across from the park, which was basically his front yard, as it was mine. And he would play in the park like other kids, and remember the beautiful snow on the trees and everything on the roads.
Now, some 87 years after Dick Smith conjured Parson Brown, his legacy is cemented outside his childhood home in Honesdale. A big crowd was on hand to see the state historical marker unveiled. And wouldn't be complete without a rendition of that iconic tune.
Just having that blue marker, people search that out on the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission website. They can now search that and find it here. We'll get more visitors coming to see it.
Having that state historic plaque, it's really something special. It's no longer just Honesdale, it's on a statewide, registry, and people from all over are going to be remembering this building, remembering this song, remembering this town, remembering this park. It's going to be fun.
The song and the man who wrote it, now a part of history spelled right out for all to see. And if you pause and listen, especially during the right time of the year, you can hear those words. Later on, we'll conspire.
As we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Brianna, Honesdale does have the claim to fame with Winter Wonderland, but I would say the Pocono Mountains, all 4 counties, is a winter paradise.
Sure is. This is a beautiful time of year to visit the Pocono Mountains, spend some time here, and of course, on behalf of Pocono Television Network, we wish you, your family, and your loved ones happy holidays.
Have a safe one, and we'll see you next year.